Zhdat versus Colttarren. Okay. So what do we know about these players?
Well, Zhdat has had a pretty good record in our Chobo matches so far for the Confederation. Colttarren, I didn't personally scout prior to this, so we know nothing as far as I'm concerned.
Alrighty, up here in the upper left-hand corner, we have Zhdat, our Terran player, in the wonderful blue trunks. And then down here in the bottom right, we have Colttarren, our Protoss, in the teal Protoss pieces. Not a whole lot going on in this game quite yet. Oh my goodness, it's a pylon.
And the pretty standard matching depot, though I'm a little surprised at the depot placement. Maybe he's concerned about a 2 racks or 2 gateway.
Yeah, it's unorthodox to build at the ramp as Terran. Normally you build a little bit further away. You don't want to get outranged by the stalkers. Certainly an unusual play. Got a gateway coming down.
SCV scouts on the way. We'll see that, take a poke around.
No super fast gas from either player.
A little slow on the barracks from Zhdat. I wonder if he's going to be going for a nice greedy CC first.
Yeah, that's looking likely. But he doesn't have a worker floating out in his natural to build one either. So you
Well,
build
this would
one
be
close?
about when it would need to move out.
No, he's going to build it back here in the back. That's interesting. Not very economic, but interesting.
Well, so there's a trade-off here. If that probe doesn't do a full scout, he might think this is a proxy, but the sweep is going to find it.
Yeah. 2 gas from the Protoss, no workers in them. Just kind of built them because, hey, why not? It's cool.
Well, he might have been planning one thing and then having seen that CC decided he could be a little slower in getting his gas going.
Yeah. Does not look like we have a gas here to support a Reaper, so we're going to have a Marine first.
Well,
not going to have any scouting from the Terran other than this worker, who is getting it done, though. I mean, he's seen the gas, he's seen how many's in the gas, he's seen the cyber core.
Right. Meanwhile, those probes are looking around for something. Maybe they're still concerned about a proxy.
Now, I'm not all pro and stuff, but I would start wondering where the third pylon is. It's not actually anywhere else.
Right. Right about now is where it should definitely be out. The Nexus isn't going to finish in time to give him the supply. But the longer he can delay it, the more he can make Zhdat nervous.
Yeah, if this was me, I would certainly be calling some kind of oracle right now and freaking out. Building an engineering bay.
Which is amusing, because in this case you'd be wrong.
It also amusingly is exactly what Zhdat is doing.
Yep.
He's freaking out and building an engineering bay.
You know, I'm a big fan of the safety engineering bay every time. In fact, if I was Zhdat, I would have built my engineering bay to block that Nexus expand that was going up.
I'm definitely not a fan of building it every time, but when in doubt, for certain.
Still nice, safe play from Zhdat.
Well, at least he's not going to get poked in there by the mothership core. That's nice. We now have the gas fully saturated from the Protoss.
Oh, that mothership core may go down.
Warp gun about halfway done. 2 more gateways about to finish.
So what are you expecting as the Terran right now? You've seen the mothership core or come poke around. It's late enough you would expect the Oracle to be there,
Well,
but it's not.
I'm not worried about the Oracle because at this point you're defended from the Oracle. You've built the turret. You've done what you can do. So quit worrying about it. Stalkers are always a threat. I don't know. In this case, I would really like to be burning a scan or something.
And there it goes.
Golly, me and Zhdat are just on the same wavelength, apparently. So he sees the robo. That should make him feel a lot better.
Yep. I'd really like to see Zhdat's building placement not look like it's just going to block everything.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of his building placement. I'm also not a real big fan of this idle worker over here, having built the missile turret. He is using his engineering bay, and that's nice. He is not using his tech lab, and that's not so nice. But he's also out of gas, so...
He's running a nice tight economy, actually, in terms of how rapidly he's spending everything.
Well, I'm concerned his stem and shields are going to be quite late.
They are.
At least compared to the timing that I get them. Which is aggressive. Second engineering bay. He's having to make a decision between to use his second engineering bay and his starport. That's not really good.
No add-ons.
Yeah, he scans again. Yeah, this scan is a little bit scarier because he's seen the robo facility and he did not see a robo unit with his scan, which makes him wonder if there's an observer out there. Could there be some warp prism shenanigans?
Yeah, and it looks like he's getting himself set up very defensively against most of everything. He's got some Widow Mines at the obvious blink-in spot. He's got his third CC finished and converting. And he's got 1-1 on the way. I'd like to see him move that Rax, get an add-on on it, start building some more barracks.
Yeah, he's got stem and shields done. Here in about a minute, about 11 minutes, he's going to have a timing to work with.
And here he comes with the drop. Looks like 2 Widow Mines loading up. That could do some damage.
Yeah, he needs to get out on the map if he's going to hit his timing crisply. He needs to be walking across now.
I'm not sure he's going for a timing so much as just a very heavy macro play, which...
Well, your timing doesn't have to do damage. It just needs to hide this Widow Mine. Even if you run up, show the flag, and run away.
I don't think he has any intention of doing that, and I think also the Protoss player with the cannons in his mineral line was prepared for the drop, unfortunately. We'll see if it gets anything done.
Yeah, I'm just always kind of sad to see +1 stem and shields all kind of go away without being something done with them.
Fair enough. I wouldn't mind seeing him take out a couple of those gateways, slow that army.
We have the armory coming down here. He's going to continue with his upgrades.
And he's increasing his production steadily.
Floating a lot of money, but that's okay. It's not terrible.
Yeah, that third CC landing tends to do that to Terrans. He could definitely have some more workers at his natural. In fact, his saturation all around is a little clumsy. Which is slowly giving ground to the Protoss.
So when
He's taking his third now.
When do you think Protoss is going to hit theirs? Did you see he's got charge legs coming up and he has 1 zealot?
Well,
it's an expensive upgrade for 1 zealot.
I think he's anticipating a flood of zealots here in a little bit when that third finishes.
Do you think there's any
He's
chance
getting
of
range,
seeing
he's getting his next Colossi.
Do you think there's any chance of seeing some more Prism play? We're currently watching this double drop go down. We're not seeing an equivalent multitask out of the Protoss.
That's a Protoss. Oh, and he drops into the army, unfortunately.
Yeah, but he picks up and does not get away. Ouch.
Yeah, that was painful to watch, unfortunately. And I think The Protoss, they're both playing a nice steady game. Just nice.
That is the wrong direction, Medevac. Where were you going?
Well, he wanted to land it. He wanted to get some damage done. I think he feels like he needs to, and I don't think he's wrong. He's 40 down in supply.
Well, he
His
is after
production's
that
coming
drop.
online to fix that, but
He's 40 supply down after that drop. He lost 3 medevacs for nothing, which was the majority of his army. I mean, you look at home, he's got 2 medevacs worth of units now. So
right.
That was pretty disastrous.
Oh, agreed. The first drop right into the army was painful, and I think the second drop he just tried to overextend himself to make up for it.
Well, he forgot something that's very important, and you need to always remember this as a Terran, and that's that Nexus Cannon is a good unit.
True. Now he's getting a second starport online, a 4th CC, so he's looking for that long game. I'd like to see the Vikings start rolling out, if not already.
Well, we're going to get Ghost here, apparently. We're doing nothing with the starport, but we're going to get... We got a second starport.
Right.
That's interesting. Why would you build nothing out of one starport and then build a second starport?
Missed a cycle of production, perhaps. He's kind of gas blocked right now.
Yeah, he's got the one gas here for the third queued up.
His 2-2's finishing. He'll be ahead in upgrades solidly. I just would like to see him offset that tech advantage from the Protoss.
Yeah, I'd like to see this 4th go up promptly when it finishes, too. It's about halfway done. Feel a lot better if it gets established sooner than later.
Yep, and that Templar Archives is going to finish, which I think is probably going to result in some nasty storms.
I like the Scouting Phoenix.
Yep. No, definitely good play. That's a lot of ghosts. It's enough ghosts that he's not going to have any problems landing EMPs. I'm just a little concerned about whether or not he's going to be able to make enough damage happen with the EMPs.
Yeah, he needs to get his next round of upgrades going here too.
Now, if you were the Terran, would you move up and take that high ground between that first ramp right in front of where his army is?
Typically, no, I would not. What I'm trying to do is get the maximum concave, so I want to know if they're coming in from straight across, from over here on this upper right base, or from the potential 4th location. And then try and concave to suit. Because on either side position, you can concave up on the high ground as well, which is a very strong position to be in.
Yeah.
Defending the low ground in the middle push is the weakest position.
Alright, so it looks like we're going to have a really nice timing lineup for the Protoss. He's going to be pretty close to maxed out with that proxy pylon. His army will be there. He's finished Storm.
And he got those Zealots. Feeling good about that. Got a page of Zealots here. I mean, I don't want to call Protoss OP, Protoss QQ, but I'm thinking Terran gets wrecked.
I think at this point, one engagement on his side of the map.
Now this would be a beautiful engagement, though. Is at the choke where he can't go up the ramp. Oh, he threw away.
You know, this could actually. If
Did
he
he
let
not
that CC out and just go for the massive base trade is probably his best opportunity. Because one thing that Terran can do is lift those buildings.
Oh, standing in the storm.
Beautiful, but a little late.
Just standing in the storm. Did not even move. Didn't move even a little bit. I mean, ouch. Hold position.
I think that's game. That's a lot of cloaked ghosts, but sooner or later, they're going to stop being cloaked.
I was feeling really good about it for a moment there because all of the Zealots were on the other side of the death ball. He had the opportunity to split away from the storms and kite for days, and the charge lots are just on the wrong side of the giant mass of units. Instead, he stood there. And from that, we must conclude that Protoss is overpowered.
It was definitely not a shining moment of victory for the Confederation in this match, unfortunately. It was a very good effort by Zhdat. Of course, appreciate him playing for the team. What do you think, as the Terran, should he have gone for the base trade? I mean, that's what my instinct says.
I think he should have gone for the micro. Um, it's unfortunate to base trade when you're on the wrong side of the map. You don't want to base trade, starting from being late to the base trade party. He missed the fact that the army was walking into his natural. They just walked right around each other. And I would have felt much better if he had turned around immediately and tried to do what he did, but it microed a little bit more. I don't think I would have liked the base trade.
All right, fair enough. Well, let's take a short break, and we'll see if we can find some more matches to play.
Alrighty.